Hey, Max. Are you there? It's been forever. How have you been?
Wait, Tabitha, is that you? It's been forever.
It is, yeah, and it has been. So, how are you doing?
I'm doing really well, actually. Thanks so much for asking. It's great to hear from you.
Ah, nice. That's great to hear. I'm glad that things are going well for you. Excellent news.
Man, sorry, I just still can't get over how long it's been since the two of us last talked or even messaged each other.
I know, right? I mean, it's been a whole year and a half since I married my husband and we moved away. If you can believe it.
Wow, has it really been that long already? It's just so hard to wrap my head around, to be honest.
Anyways, I really am sorry for not reaching out to you at all during that time. We moved in with Harry, my husband's parents, and I've been helping to take care of his mom, which has been less than fun, shall we say? To be honest, I'm thinking of divorcing Harry. Oops, did I just send that?
You want a divorce already? Seriously?
I mean, we don't have any kids yet or anything, so I just think it would be better to get out now while it's just the two of us.
Wow, guess that's a good point, but I'm sorry you're going through all this. Do you mind if I ask what's making you want to do something like this?
Well, Harry cheated on me.
You're kidding. Tabitha, I'm so sorry. That's horrible.
And I even got a message from the woman he was seeing, where she was bragging to me about stealing my husband away from me and things like that. She basically confessed to the whole thing just to try and talk down to me.
Sounds to me like she was just trying to start a fight with you, if I'm being honest.
Well, anyways, I think I just want to leave this marriage, collect my alimony, and never have to worry about Harry again. But I know that Harry would just have none of this if I ever brought it up, and I also know that his mom would always take his side and be of no use at all. So lately, I've been thinking of maybe just separating from him for a while and living apart, while I talk to my lawyers about what my options are.
I see. This is all so much to deal with. I'm so sorry you're going through all of this.
I know. I was actually going to visit town again from tomorrow, and I was wondering if you wouldn't want to catch up, eat dinner, and maybe talk more about this in person?
I would love that. Not hearing about all that you're going through, of course, but it would be so nice to grab a meal and catch up with you, Tabitha.
Aw, you've always been so sweet. Do you know that? Okay, then just let me know when would work best to meet, since I don't really have plans yet.
Well, I don't work on the weekends, so really any time on Saturday or Sunday would work for me.
Got it. How about we meet this Saturday around 11 and we can do brunch?
Sure thing. Do you have a place in mind you want to meet at?
I know. We can go to that old cafe that we always used to go to together. Do you know the one?
Of course. It's right downtown. Got it. I'll see you then.
Hey, just what the heck do you think you're doing with my wife, huh?
I'm sorry, may I ask who this is? I don't have your number saved in my phone, it seems.
What do you mean, who is this? This is the wife of the woman that you're seeing, and I want to know what your problem is.
I'm sorry, but that doesn't really tell me anything at all.
My name is Harry. Does that ring any bells for you?
Harry? Oh, you mean like Harry, as in Tabitha's husband, Harry?
No, duh, you little creep. Quit playing dumb with me. I'm not in the mood for it.
You know, we've actually met before. It was at your wedding. We didn't talk for very long, but I remember shaking your hand.
Well, I have no idea who you are, but you have still got some serious explaining to do. I know what you've been trying to hide, so don't bother pretending like you don't know what this is about.
I really do have no idea what this is about, though.
I know that you're having an affair with my wife.
You think I'm having an affair? With your wife?
That's right, and you're going to pay for it.
Max, are you there? Are you okay? I heard that someone attacked you on your way home after we said goodbye to each other after lunch.
Who did you hear all of that from?
I heard it from my husband. He called me and told me all about it. He told me that it happened basically right around the corner from the restaurant. Are you hurt? Is it really bad? Are you okay?
I'm hurt. Things are stinging pretty badly, to be honest. But yeah, it's as you said, right? After you and I broke up, I turned a corner and then wham! Someone just came up from behind, shoved me to the ground, and started kicking me relentlessly.
They attacked you from behind?
That's right. I think that they were trying to ambush me or something like that.
And then they kicked you? That's horrible!
Yeah, they were kicking and stomping and totally ruined the clothes I was wearing. I think he was trying to aim for my face a few times, but thankfully I managed to cover that before he could land a blow. I ended up having to go to the hospital, though, and the doctors said it might take as much as 3 weeks to recover.
Oh my gosh, that's so horrible. I know it doesn't make things any better, but I'm glad that there wasn't more serious damage to you. But who attacked you, and why? Do you have any clue? I mean, why would someone do that to you?
Well, I was attacked in the middle of the street, but there still haven't been any witnesses who've come forward. And I think my attacker sprinted off as soon as he was done, so I have no idea who he really was, but...
But what? You think you might have an idea of who could have done this?
I do, and I think it might have been Harry. Your Harry, to be exact.
You're kidding me!
I don't know for sure, so I'm not making any accusations. But as soon as we left the restaurant, I got some strange texts from a man who was calling himself your husband.
You got messages from Harry? What did they say?
Well, he seemed to think that you and I were having an affair with each other.
Wait, what? Did he really say that to you?
I think what happened was that your husband might have thought that I was a man.
Oh, but come to think of it, from the back, because you're so tall and you have that short haircut, not to mention the fact that you were wearing pants and not a skirt or anything like that, maybe that's why he couldn't tell that you're a girl.
He might have been so mad in the moment that he didn't even bother to check who it was he was attacking. Although, to be honest, I don't really want to try messaging that number at risk of anything else possibly happening.
But I had no idea that you two had each other's numbers.
Well, we don't at all. But maybe he got my number from looking at your phone?
That has to be it. And I think I might know when he did it, too.
Oh, really? What do you think happened?
Well, the night before I decided to leave the house, I left my phone to charge by my bedside table. But when I woke up the next day, my phone had moved to different places on my nightstand. I thought that I might have just moved it without remembering and didn't really think much of it. Except now that I think about it, it must have been Harry who touched it. I'm so sorry, Tabitha. It was under my nose this whole time and I didn't even know. And now you got hurt because of it.
I did get hurt, yes, but I really don't think you should blame yourself for any of this. You had no way of knowing this would happen. But has Harry said anything to you about any of this at all?
I blocked his number after I left the house, so I wouldn't really know. I just told him that if he wanted to say anything to me, that he should speak to my lawyer instead.
I see. Got it. That's good to know. Thanks.
Do you think that I should unblock him and see if he sent me anything?
No, you shouldn't have to do that just for me. I don't want to do anything that could jeopardize you two getting a smooth divorce.
Well, okay then. I guess I won't change anything. But just please tell me if there's any way that I can help you with anything, okay?
Thank you so much, Tabitha. I promise that I will. And also, one more thing. I did report what happened to the police, and I did say that I think it might have been Harry.
Oh, well, yes. I suppose that was probably the best thing that you could have done.
But since there is no real hard evidence that it was Harry, I don't think that anything is going to happen right away. Still, I just wanted to let you know.
Got it. Thanks for telling me. I'll keep an eye out. You take care of yourself, Max.
Thanks a lot. I'll do my best.
Hey, you punk. I finally figured out your name. It's Max, right? You might think that you can get away with your little affair just because my wife and I are separated and talking about getting a divorce right now. But we're still married and she's still my wife, got it? I know that you two are running around behind my back, but I know the truth. And as one man to another, I am not going to stand by and do nothing about this. I'll beat you up again and take as many times as I need before you learn your lesson.
You know I'm a girl, right?
Wait, what? What do you mean?
I mean that I'm a girl. In fact, I think this is the first time I've ever been mistaken for a man. And just what makes you think that Tabitha and I are having an affair anyways?
Wait, no, hold on, but you were wearing jeans.
Dude, it's the 21st century. I don't know what rock you've been living under, but pants aren't really gendered clothing anymore.
But no, this can't be right. She left home and then you two made plans to meet up. To sleep with each other?
No, we had plans to meet up and talk. After all, we've been friends since we were little, and it had been a long time since the two of us got to talk to one another. And just so you know, I happen to be already married to a man.
What is going on here?
What's going on is that Tabitha and I met up for brunch. You must have already suspected that she was seeing someone behind your back, and so you followed her. I assume you saw us say goodbye in front of the restaurant, but you must not have seen my face. So then, you followed me, pushed me down, and kicked the crap out of me. Does that all sound about right?
But it's... Well, how do I even know that you're really a girl?
What is that supposed to mean?
I mean, all the kids these days are dressing funny. You can't tell who is who anymore. How do I know you're not just some really girly-looking dude or something like that?
Well, not that it's only women who can, but I've literally given birth.
Oh, please. Anyone can type out a message saying that and send it.
We literally met before at your wedding, and you shook my hand. But I do remember as I walked away, you leaning over to Tabitha and commenting on my height. Do you remember me now?
Hold on a second.
I was wearing a light pink dress with some lace around my sleeves. Ringing a bell?
I remember you now. Hey, what the heck are the cops doing at my place? Did you call the cops on me? I was on the toilet when they started to bang on my front door. I barely had time to pull my pants up before I was in handcuffs. Answer me right now. What is going on here?
Max! I did it! Harry and I are finally, officially divorced. Plus, I was able to sue him for his affair, and now I never have to deal with him again.
That's huge news. I'm so happy to hear that, Tabitha.
And did you hear what else happened to him?
Well, I heard that the husband of the woman he was seeing showed up at his place and beat him to a pulp.
He did! I didn't see it, but I heard about it from some mutual friends. Apparently, he found out Harry was cheating with his wife, and the guy ended up throwing Harry down some stairs. I hear Harry is in pretty bad shape, actually.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad nothing like that happened to me, at least.
It was a huge mess, and this guy broke a bunch of stuff and damaged the house, too. I think he's probably going to be arrested for all of that.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds about right.
But I'm just glad that I can at least put this behind me.
You must be so exhausted after all this.
I am, but I'm more relieved than anything. What about you? Are you feeling better? How are your injuries?
I actually feel great, thanks for asking. I was also able to get Harry to pay for all my medical bills as part of legal settlement for him assaulting me.
Well, that's good at least. Glad you made pay for what he did as well.
By the way, when things settle down a bit more for you, want to go and grab a bite to eat?
I would love to do that. I'm still unpacking all of my stuff over here, but once I'm done, that would be amazing.
Great. Just let me know when you're free and we'll set up a time. I won't lie. It was a hard 3 weeks of recovery for me. And while I was laying in bed, my husband handled all of the business with the lawyers and the cops and just let me recover. I feel so lucky to have married the man that I did. And it's also good to know that Harry's locked up and behind bars now. Although I heard that he has to walk with a cane for the rest of his life after what that other guy did to him. I don't know why men can be stupid sometimes, but at least they were both punished for their violent outbursts. And even though I ended up getting sucked into all this too, I'm just glad that Tabitha left that marriage before something really bad happened to her.
Mom, I have big news, like humongous news. Allie, aren't you still at school? What is it? You know that incredible pianist Hayden Jacobson that I love? Guess what? He's gonna do a recital at the auditorium downtown. Wow, oh, that's amazing. If I recall correctly, he actually graduated from your high school, didn't he? Well, it's crazy to think someone from our town is now a world-famous musician. I know, right? Back when I was a freshman, he played a special mini concert at our high school for the music department. That was what made me want to be a pianist. But this is going to be a full recital. I have to go. Will you come with me? Wow, are you sure that would be all right? Well, duh, you've been so supportive of me and my dream of becoming a pianist like Hayden. I would love for you to come with me. Is that so? I suppose we'll have to reserve our tickets quickly then. I'd hate for you to miss out on such an incredible opportunity as this. So you'll go with me then? Awesome! I'm so excited! Hello, Lisa. I need you to come over here tomorrow and help me. I'm planning to clean my kitchen. Oh, tomorrow? Yes, we'll start working at 10 a.m. sharp, so make sure you're here no later than 9 a.m. You'll need to help me prepare as well. Oh boy, oh, this is really unfortunate timing. I'm sorry, Mom, but I'm afraid I can't make it at that time. What was that? It almost seems as though you're disobeying a direct order from your mother-in-law. No, it's not that. Would it be okay to do it in the afternoon? That would work better for me. Maybe I wasn't clear. You will start your work at 10 a.m. sharp. End of discussion. Please understand, I have plans for tomorrow morning that I can't put off until later. Plans? You? What on earth could you be doing? There's something I need to do for Allie right at 10 o'clock. It's very, very important to her. Oh, something for Allie, you say? Yes, it's for Allie. She's got school tomorrow, and since I'm at home, she needs me to take care of it for her. Well then, I suppose I can make an exception if it's for her. Fine, you can come clean in the afternoon. Thank you so much, Mom. I really appreciate you being so understanding. Hey, Mom! Well, did you get the tickets? I sure did. Yes! Thank you, Mom! I was so nervous that the tickets would get sold out instantly. I couldn't even pay attention in my last class. My social media feed has been full of people saying there were only a few tickets left. What's that? Are you looking at social media during class? No. But seriously, thank you so much, Mom. To be honest, you were right to be nervous. There were only 5 open seats when I went through the checkout. And speaking of which, I hope you won't be too upset to be up in the nosebleed section. We'll have to remember to bring a good pair of binoculars. Nah, I'm just glad to be able to go at all. Besides, it's not like that auditorium is that big. And it's a piano recital, not a movie. As long as I can hear it, I'll be more than happy. Sure, it would be nice to be up close to the stage, but I'm not all that concerned. Good to hear. Well, I got my order confirmation email just now, so it looks like we're all set. Wow, thank you so much, Mom. I can't wait. Hey, Mom, I'm sitting here in my seat. Are you still waiting in line for the bathroom? Yep, I'm still here. This line is unbelievable. And the men's bathroom has no line, of course. I told you to go to the bathroom before we left the house, didn't I? Boy, you sound like me right now. I wanted to wait until just before the concert started. I didn't want to have to leave halfway through. Think you're gonna make it in time? Yeah, I should be fine. I'm almost at the bathroom door. Wait. What's going on? I think I see Grandma coming up the stairs. Really? Did Grandma say anything about coming to the concert today? Well. A friend invited me to the concert tonight, and what's this I see? My dear daughter-in-law, Lisa. And what's more, I just saw you sit down in the very front row. What do you think you're doing, Lisa? You have some explaining to do. You're up here in the most expensive seats in the house, and you didn't even tell me? Mom, what are you talking about? You've got some nerve hiding from your own mother-in-law that you're spending piles of cash on luxuries like this. Mom, again, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm at the concert, yes, but I'm standing in line for the restroom right now. I'm not sitting down. And no, I don't have the tickets for the front row. We're actually pretty high up in the back. Mom? This is really bad. So the woman that's sitting in front of Grandma kinda looks like you, I guess? And Grandma just kicked her. Like, really kicked her. What? Yeah, she literally kicked her out of her seat. And then Grandma sat down where she was sitting. All the people sitting around her are so shocked at what happened that they're all just kind of staring with confused looks on their faces. And what happened to the woman Grandma kicked? She started crying and just walked out of the auditorium. Oh, I hope she's okay. My goodness, sitting in the front row is a totally different experience. I feel like I'm practically sitting up on stage next to the piano. Mom, what on earth do you think you're doing? I'm giving you a taste of your just desserts, you little upstart. Listen to me, that isn't my seat. What? Update, Mom. I was right. It definitely was Grandma who kicked that lady. Some staff guys came by just now and they dragged her out of the auditorium. Oh no, well, this is just going from bad to worse. Yeah, and I'm not done. While they were dragging her out, she was shouting, "Get your hands off me! This is my seat! My good-for-nothing daughter-in-law gave it to me!" Wow, she's still convinced that it was me sitting in that seat? Yeah, looks like it. The dress she was wearing is practically the exact same as the one you have on. Plus her hair is the same length and color, and you're just about the same height, too. I honestly did a double take when I first saw her because I thought she was you. Wow, that's insane. What an incredibly unfortunate coincidence. Lisa, you owe me an apology. For what? Don't give me for what. You know what you did. You thoroughly humiliated me at the concert last night. And thanks to you, the dear friend who invited me with her told me she doesn't want to see me again. Not to mention my husband and son are both furious at me. Sure, the woman I kicked agreed to not press charges, but you wouldn't believe the amount of money I had to pay her to do that. It was the worst night of my entire life. If I understand correctly, the woman in the front row that you thought was me and decided to literally kick out of her own seat just so happened to be the pianist's wife, right? Yes, that just makes this all the more humiliating. Shouldn't you have, talked to her, looked at her face, made sure you had the right person before up and kicking her? If you had done that, none of this would have happened, and we all could have been spared the embarrassment of your exploits last night. Enough! I demand an apology from you this instant! Hi, Grandma. My, if it isn't my dear Allie! Oh, listen, darling, you'll never believe what your mother has done to me this time. What I don't believe is what you did at the concert last night. Oh, no, Allie. Oh, not you too. What awful lies has your mother told you? Don't believe a word she says. I'm the victim here. I didn't have to hear anything from her. I saw it all firsthand. What? I was there at that concert too, and I saw everything. You were? Hayden Jacobson is my hero. He's the reason I started playing the piano. I know all of his songs by heart, and I can even play a few of them. And you assaulted his wife? How could you do a thing like that? No, Allie. Oh, it was all one big misunderstanding. A case of mistaken identity, that's all. Do you think that makes it any better? You're admitting that you were intending to hurt my mom like you did Hayden's wife. She didn't do anything to deserve that. But fortunately, she wasn't seriously injured and the concert went fine after that, but oh my gosh, Grandma. Do you have any idea how terrible it could have been if the concert was canceled because of what you did? Terrible? How so? We would have been held liable for the entire cost of the concert. Tickets, refreshments, everything. Really? Yes, really. You would have been looking at tens, no, possibly even hundreds of thousands of dollars in damages. Do you not understand that? The only thing that saved you from that was sheer dumb luck. I see. You should be grateful that all you had to do is pay her off to not press charges. She may be willing to move past this, but I'm not. Wait, Allie, please, let's not do anything hasty. I'm your grandmother, Allie, and I love you dearly. There's something that's been bothering me for a long time now. You're always super duper nice to me, but at the same time, you're always crazy harsh on my mom. Do you have anything to say about that? Is there any reason you basically treat my mom like your slave? Goodness, Allie, that's not it at all. I'm just doing my part to help make her into a decent wife. It's for her own good. For her own good? Give me a break. You've never seen her after she gets back from doing all of your housework for you. Yeah, she's physically tired, but I can't imagine how hard it must be to mentally hold back from saying what she really thinks. You think she needs training on how to be a decent wife? I'd say you need training on how to be a decent human being. Allie, oh please, don't be so angry at me like that. You're making me sad. Oh, you're sad? That's it, I'm done. You clearly have zero self-awareness, and I'm wasting my time talking to you. I'm blocking your number. You're blocking my number? But why? That you have to ask just proves my point. I hate you! Allie, no! Lisa, please, oh, you need to come over here and talk some sense into my husband. All of this is your fault in the first place. You need to fix what you've done. Ugh, what is it now, Mom? I just told you, come talk to my husband. Could you please start making some sense sometime soon? My husband is going to divorce me. Wow, he is? Really? Yes, now hurry up and get over here. Tell him that all of this is your responsibility. Apologize for what you've done and tell him that he can't divorce me. Apologize? For what exactly? I haven't done anything wrong. What? You're talking about the concert, right? You got mad because you thought I was sitting in a nicer seat than you, caused a massive scene, and assaulted an innocent woman. Tell me, what responsibility do I have for any of that? You were at the concert, though. Yeah, and? Let me ask you again, exactly what part of that night's events were my fault? It seems you're bound and determined to somehow make this all my fault. But it was pure happenstance that Allie and I happened to be attending the same show as you. Allie sat down in our seats and saw everything that you did to that poor woman. She then messaged me in a panic while I was waiting in line for the bathroom and told me what you had done. Then I went over to the staff and told them you were a relative of mine and took you off of their hands. You should be glad I was there. If I wasn't, you would have had to deal with that all on your own. You made me apologize to them. Now apologize to me for making me apologize. That was humiliating. Oh, that was humiliating for you, huh? How humiliating do you think it was for me to have to go around and apologize to all the rest of the concert staff for your disturbance? What do you mean? Hayden's wife agreed to not press charges in exchange for a payoff, right? That was thanks to me, by the way. And the other day, Allie texted you to tell you off and then blocked you, right? Do you get where I'm going? Literally every single involved party, except you, realizes that everything was your fault. How dare you? And it's precisely because of that attitude that your husband has had enough of you and wants a divorce. You can't talk to me like this. I'm your mother-in-law. Yeah, You're my mother-in-law, and... You impudent little brat! If there's anything that's been made clear over the last week or so, it's that you, not me, are the one who is completely incapable of behaving like an adult. And since my husband has explicitly told me that I don't need to put up with any of your nonsense anymore, I've decided that I'm going to tell you like it is from now on. Well, looks like I need to have a talk with my son, too. Good luck with that. I don't think he's going to have very many pleasant things to say to you after everything you've done, if he even speaks to you at all. What? I'm out. Goodbye. A few days later, my mother-in-law and her husband divorced. She obviously had no way to pay Hayden's wife the amount that I negotiated for, so for the time being, her older brother is footing the bill. Oh, don't worry, though, she's not off the hook. He's going to have her become essentially a live-in maid for him and his wife until she's worked off the debt she now owes to them. And after that, he'll disown her. And he only agreed to that out of the kindness of his heart, since all of her other siblings turned her down. Looks like this isn't her first escapade of this sort, and even her own family is sick of her nonsense. So she's going to be an old maid working as an old maid for the next few years, then become a homeless old maid. But enough about her. My daughter sent a letter to the Jacobsons apologizing for everything her grandmother had done to them. They sent a reply congratulating her for being a much bigger person than her grandmother, and included a signed copy of his latest album. Getting a handwritten letter from her hero lit a fire in her heart like I've never seen before. And she's currently practicing the piano twice as hard as ever before.